Hello and welcome once again. I'm Steel Walrus, you are awesome, and this is the second day at Gettysburg that we're doing for the 160th, I believe, anniversary of Gettysburg in Ultimate General Civil War, not Ultimate General, Grand Tactitian Civil War, 1861 through 1865. The first day of Gettysburg worked out more or less historically. The Union was pushed back off of McPherson and back off of Seminary and through Gettysburg back onto Culp's Hill and Cemetery Ridge here. At this point, our job is more or less going to be to kind of round this out, refuse the line, which we've more or less done with Williams' division. We've got Sickles' Corps here on Cemetery Ridge. We're going to go ahead and kind of straighten them out. So that's where we are now. I'm going to set these guys up on the... Anyhow, I'll be back after I've kind of sorted out the lines, but I think you guys know how this is going to go down. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at kind of how I set up the line here. Like I said, I was going to kind of follow the original fishhook idea. Obviously we could go all the way out here if we wanted to, but we've got this big stone wall along Cemetery Ridge, down a little round top and big round top. We are waiting on let's see, Sykes, who should be here in 2 hours. Sedgwick should be in 9 hours, and that'll basically be it except for the artillery reserve sort of towards the end of the day. Greg and Kilpatrick will be here tomorrow sometime. I believe most everything else is not accounted for isn't going to be here. So Sykes and Sedgwick will probably kick over here. I'm more or less happy with this fishhook. We've dug in kind of around here. We've got some breastworks to finish up. I've pulled back off of these just so we have a tighter kind of area. I didn't want to have us way swung out here. I feel kind of worried that I've put a little bit too much weight back here, but if it turns out to be that case, or turns out that that's the case, then we can always pull Gibbon around where we need him. I'm going to move one battery out here of artillery. A lot of our guns are going to be kind of focused out in this direction. I do have these batteries, of course. But overall, our job is more going to be just getting a nice big focus of fire. Just should do what you want to shoot. I should not have idle guns currently. At least not on this sector. They're redeploying. Okay, Barnes, you need to double quick. Since you're in the front, congratulations. You're the one that's going to the wall. Crawford. Yeah, you keep going where you're going. First Division, gonna go here. Oh, it's about to hurt. Every gun is opened up right now. Swing these guns this way, swing these guns this way. Even, yep. So we can see here the rebels are making a push on the angle. A little early there, boys, but all right. Gonna move some of Gibbon's troops up. go ahead and pull the skirmishers back in. I have no idea if they're using the canister shot or not. But I do know these troops are way better dug in. Right, looks like Williams and Andrews are moving up. You got Stonewall Brigade, Stewart's Brigade, kind of starting to push over here into Culp's Hill. That's mildly concerning, but could be a lot worse. Right, we've broken the rebel brigade, that's good. I pulled Lockwood up here into the Evergreen Cemetery. I've got Caldwell on an assault order. We're going to see if we can push Anderson and Rhodes off. He did just send one brigade to test the angle, and like Carroll held the line, but I think I'm going to pull Carroll back off. I'm going to fall him back, and I'm going to push Hall up in his place. Alright, I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit too. That's part of the problem here. The enemy is retreating. And there you have it, folks. July 2nd, 1864. The super historical end to Gettysburg. Out with a whimper goes the Confederacy. Alright, they didn't even get their big right hook out. They just kind of tried to push the angle, and that was that. Yeah, we started yesterday, and Buford and his division didn't really hold up that well, honestly, as opposed to historically, or they were kind of critical and making sure that the Confederates couldn't push up and do what they did to us yesterday. That being said, the Iron Brigade and a couple of the other units we had along here actually did do a really good job of slowing down the rebels so we could begin to build up our pocket here. A little disappointing that we didn't get to fully lean in to the Battle of Gettysburg. We didn't get to do some of the big moments, but that's okay. That happens in games like this that allow you to kind of alter history. Overall, though, I think it was pretty fun to watch. I don't typically fight defensive battles in Grand Tactician. I almost always find myself on the offensive, so defending was a nice change of pace. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all watching. And hopefully you guys will come around for more. If I get a lot of reaction out of this, I get a lot of comments and stuff out of this, I may do a Grand Tactician series. So we'll see. Excuse me, we'll see. Typically I do MMOs and other stuff, but strategy games are a part of that. Or part of my brand. So this would be a good one to do that with. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all watching. I've been Steel Walrus. You've been awesome. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out. Oh, and we're just going to let this run and see what the final tally is. Alright, so there it is. What historically would have been one of the bloodiest battles of the war, historically would have been one of the bloodiest moments in America's history, ended up being kind of a nothing burger. Well, I mean, still pretty big. 27,000 casualties between both sides. But honestly, not much worse than Antietam, if I remember correctly. So, and roughly about where it was for Gettysburg. Probably less than it was for Gettysburg. Anyhow, let's inspect the battlefield, have a look around. Again, you can see our final lines there. We're more or less in a historical position, and the Rebs are also in more or less a historical position, and that is routed. Alright, now, for real this time, I've been Steel Walrus, you've been awesome, peace out.